You heard the question. Now
Hey, Dia!
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here. And
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
to help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean...
Right.
come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why.
Yes, yes. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards...
Mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough, and a war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. That... You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not... that guy. He wears a cloak, and he's always...
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could... Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their... They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back?
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radical.
All right.
Let's meet back here once
Ça oui, donc ma voix ne s'était pas enregistrée, mais je disais que le plus logique, ce serait que du coup les gardiens du village étaient employés pour subir des expériences de la part des académiciens.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see,
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to your... Hey, what's with the silence?
you never think things through before asking.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth.
Yep. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do.
Really? Paimon...
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you...
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move, the reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority.
Right. You were asking about the
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers...
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything...
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier,
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but
Huh? What do you mean?
go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on.
Is it really that simple?
may I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay, we understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night. Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
J'aime beaucoup le côté hanté, un peu urbex, you know. Seems interesting. So let's head out. I saw a very brilliant move of mine. Avec très peu de stamina, attaque à distance ratée, même avec la lance. Bref.
Oh, is this the place? Oh, it's in terrible shape. Monsters!
So let's go for the combat.
Useless.
Toujours
Inadmissible evidence.
avec énormément de lag. Et il faut absolument que j'améliore
Phantasmagoria.
les armes. Il faut que je monte le niveau des armes et des persos. Et vous pouvez voir le petit Dendroculus que j'avais certainement loupé la dernière fois que j'avais fait l'exploration de la map. Et bref, on ira plus tard. a quelques petites ellipses, hein. Avec un autre boss, enfin un autre boss, un vrai boss de combat plutôt, parce que l'autre, bon, voilà quoi. Par contre, juste admirer la puissance de Moyenne Fée. Genre au niveau des artefacts et des talents, c'est pas ouf. Mais honnêtement, juste déjà, rien qu'avec son niveau, regardez comment elle est méga forte.
They were easier to deal with than, super strong bandits? Or... He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game, too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, I'll hate them.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then... I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural...
So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging. Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon? Oh, right. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around.
Good, so now we're gonna take the Dendroculus and grain
Come on, we can do it.
underneath the earth. Sous terre, you know. But first, we're gonna step back now and doing the stels. Yeah, j'aime beaucoup le franglais, c'est une passion. Mais voilà, du coup, on va faire les stels et ensuite on ira sous terre.
Trainee Forest Ranger calling.
Et
Report.
effectivement, vous verrez que ça prend un peu de temps. Mais ça passe et éventuellement, vous verrez ce que ça fait.
You called?
Close enough.
Donc voilà, cette fois nous allons dans le passage souterrain. Pour vous la faire courte, c'est un vrai nid à monstres, mais vous avez de belles récompenses. De toute façon, si vous continuez à regarder, vous le verrez. J'accélérerai certainement les combats ou ce genre de choses. Parce que c'est quand même assez long. Mais voilà, je vous montrerai plus ou moins dans les grandes lignes où que je ferai soit des ellipses, soit j'accélérerai.
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
Motion to compel.
J'ai eu tellement peur que ça prenne du temps que j'ai coupé en fait le combat et on arrive directement sur la cinématique. Ok. Du coup j'ai regagné... Mais il faut que je lise. Parce que j'avais des scorpions à mes trousses et je les ai pas encore tous tués. Mais ça a brisé en fait le dernier rocher, donc voilà. Grosso modo. Thank you. Now can I read? Ça m'a fait faire un détour. Je me rends compte que j'ai oublié le petit truc que vous avez vu, l'espèce de branche de bois qui brille. Genre, c'était ça qu'on voyait dans la cinématique et je l'ai pas check. Donc j'irai voir. So here we go, and look at that. Here's the final one, so actually, je vais juste aller explorer l'intérieur avant. Et cette fois, on va essayer d'avancer un peu plus rapidement. Plus intelligemment. Ah, il me faut une clé. Oh, tranquille. That's great. Oh, ok. Qu'est-ce que j'avais écrit? qui a été barré ou caché.
Look, there's someone. Good idea. Let's approach him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. Also, why is he?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if the symptoms are identical. Looks like...
Huh? What?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you...
Correct. The Academia is behind all. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection.
These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Academia that brought the scholars to Aru village?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But if you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them.
Resource? For
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted and
extracted? You mean...
with the technology of the Sumeru Academia, perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is...
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and
Hyman's a little confused.
the look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire... However, I can't help but wonder. The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to know...
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hand...
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects?
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary, whether it be academics or knowledge. Everything has its boundaries. This matter needs to be corrected. Just...
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy?
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said...
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, the divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full.
going to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
wow, that's a great way to think about it.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Alors, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais vous laisser ici. Je continuerai certainement dans la journée. Je verrai. Voilà, à bientôt.